about to play all the video. It take me 2 hours 30 minutes to post 10 video. It take me another 2 hours 30 minutes to play back. When I'm offline, the ones who gonna find the video, you have to understand my video is a phone call to every house. If someone called you, you have to listen to the voice message. You have to pay to listen to it. But forget you paying, because all the bills in this world, if the system don't give us the money, we will never pay the bills. There are a lot of phone calls you get every day. Some is coming from the government, some is coming from a friend, some is just coming from anybody else, or your mother or your father. My phone call is coming from a place you never visit, and you will never visit here till the day your eyes never see the daylight anymore. There's few that visit my house, but they don't even know they were even here, because when they come, they see Sally. They come as a friend. They come for other purpose other than my videos. And even though they know I post video, but there's something inside of them that keep them so busy, so distracted. They're more focused on Oprah Winfrey show and the soap say than to ever listen to my message. It has to take the consciousness that lives inside of them to tell them to play the video. But even though they want to play the video, it's gonna take Mother Nature that lives inside of them to get the message. My friends, they are just faces that is there to pretend, understand, to pretend to be my friend. In the night, they are in their houses. They never visit me when I'm sleeping. The wind inside of them is the same wind inside of me. But in the daytime, we have different marks. We have different agenda. I see them for 1 hour. The rest of the 23 hours, I don't see them. Every week, I see them 2 times or 3 times. The rest of the hours, I don't see them. So it's just a routine. You see your friend 1 hour today or 2 hours, but the rest of the week, you don't know what they're doing. I have little demons inside my house. A 5-year, one of the 5 years old, when Michael Jackson was the 5. It's a shame, because that time my mother was also 5 years old. I put them in bed, they don't want to sleep. But they're here to irritate me. Now I'm talking about them because the child sneezed. I have the 5 years old today. 5 years later, the only reason why the woman will have 5 years old is because she has sex and pregnant just like me, and they take her flesh and they take the 5 years old that we have and they fix it inside of their body, and they really gonna believe they have a 5 years old baby. That 5 years was inside my father's dick. That 5 years was inside my uncle. That 5 years was inside my first son that is 22 years. That 5 years was inside the Michael Jackson, inside Elvis Presley, inside all the guys today. They just don't understand. Every 5 years, it take sex 5 years ago to be the 5 years old baby boy in the school pretending to be 5 years. The subject is changed what I'm about to post, but let's get into the fake Michael Jackson 5 years old. We only see one boy, but we don't see the rest of the 5 years old that grew up with him. He is dead, but the rest of the 50 years of age, 5 years old next to him, they're still alive. He sing, he dance, they masturbate and have sex and make babies. Who was the star? Is it the Michael Jackson or the rest of the boys who are just busy fucking and making babies with his songs. It takes sex, the same sex, to make all the age. He was on stage entertaining them, and they were busy making children for the dead people. I don't have kids. I have visitors that are sometimes very irritating. And they can't wait for you to say it, so people can think you lost your mind. Well, I lost my mind. Wait 15 years later. When you're 20 years old, the only difference why you have 20 is because they have been 4 times 5 years old. Your son was the 5, the next 5 become the 10, the next become 15, your son become the 20. Now I have the fake 5 in this house. The child that sleep with the wind is my child, but not the criminal in my vagina that become a dick. You just don't understand. Your son is 20, he's pumping milk. Wait 20 years later, when my son become 25, your son will be the 40 years old, have children, and my son is the next on list to pump milk. Now I watch him, I can see his dick. 20 years later, his girlfriend gonna be watching his dick. If I don't watch the 25 years old dick in my house, it's to tell you, when I sleep and wake up 20 years later, the big dick is not the 5 years old dick. There's a big difference. I watch my son, I see his tiny little penis. It's not the 25 years old dick. I'm totally disconnected with why I want to post the video. I post the videos. I spend 2 hours, 30 minutes to post a 10 video. I can take a walk to 2 hours, 30 minutes while I'm doing other things, but I save the video for the future because this is my wall. This is your wall. The body of the people that sleep is the children. I type on the video just, I want to explain what's the meaning of that. When I say the Oprah age, the 57, it is 111, not you're 1, you're 2 years old, you're 3. No, that's a deceiving part. The 10 years old is just the baby they make 10 years ago. The 9 years old is just the baby they make 9 years ago. You bake a bread today, you keep it in the cast. This bread is 10 years old. This is 9 years old. It is not, you can't say the bread is the number 10. The bread is number 10 on the list, but you know when you count in the bread, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 10 times. But for as long as you can watch a child, you say, you're the 10 years old, you're the 1, you just don't get it. The age that is 10, they are just the number 10 on the list to be the 10 years old. It's very important that people really understand nobody fucking grow in this world. Nobody. The 50 years old is just the baby that is the number 50 times. The 50 years old, the last 50 years they say, happy birthday, 49 is 50, 49 is 50, all age. It is a sick world, and for as long as you can believe, the little child that is not little, the body that sleep is a child. The criminal inside was last year somewhere else. And next year they come in your baby body that is 4 years old. And you post the video and tell me your child is 5 years old, you just make a party and tell me where the fuck is my 5 years old. And tell me why 2013 you don't have the 5 years. Why the 3 that become the 4 next year just become the 5. There is a demon in this world and it's so fucking weird. The last 100 years, there's 100 times 5 years old. Michael Jackson is the 50 times 5 years old. People just don't get it. When he was a baby, there was a 5 years old. Every year, happy birthday. The 4 is 5. I mean, check the school. Check the school. Check the registry in the school. Every year, the babies that become 5, become 5, become 5. Check it. The criminals in the body. It is unbelievable. It's a shame that we all fall asleep, and when we wake up, we just believe what we see. At the end of the day, I'm not black, I'm brown. The body is brown. Black woman is God. They're not talking about the body of the people. They're talking about the shadow. Do you ever watch your shadow? Does your shadow ever have any color? I mean, when you're taking a walk outside. The shadow on the floor. Do you see any color? I like to take a knife and peel all our skin. I like to see if there is color inside, or we just the same beef and blood. When a white man and a white woman cry, an Asian and an Asian man cry, a black, which is brown, cry, they all have water falling off. Check the school. Forget everything. Check the school. From 1900, every year, how many children become 5 years old? Check the school registry. From 1900, the last 111 years old, every year, the 4 become 5, the 4 become 5, the 4 become 5. So the last 100 years, all the 4 that become 5 every year, most of them are dead, and most of you are the old people. How the hell I still have 5 years old, why the neighbors still have 5, and why the next 5 years, there's 5 years old in the school, 5 years old in the school, 5 years old in the school. Why? Do we have 2012? Well, because I'm thinking, and when I'm thinking, you also listening, it's not good for the energy field. Forget the people that become 100 years old because they are not going to school. Check the school registry. Every year, the 4 years become 5. 4 become 5. At the same time, the 6 become the 7. The 6 become the 7. The same time, the 7 become the 8. The 7 become the 8. The same time, the 9 become the 10. The 9 become the 10. The same mind game. If the same mind game is there, you tell me, when I wake up in the morning with my body that came out of me, which is 9 months old, tell me who is inside my body. Who is coming to pretend to be my child in the body? And why, even if I have a problem with it, why there is no law in this world to watch what the sick game that is going on? Because the judge used to be 5. And now the judge is 55 years old. The judge really believed he was the 55, when 50 years ago he was just the 5 years old. 50 years ago, he was just the 5 years old in the school, when the other judge used to be the 55. He sleep, he wake up, he think he's the judge. Whilst the man that was the 55 become 105, he gets pension. I lost my mind, I know.